Sonu Gandhi, and I am working as a scientist currently at National Institute of Animal Biotechnology, which is in Hyderabad. And I was born in Aligarh, which is a small town in Uttar Pradesh. And back then, I had very nice neighbors, so whose kids were like a science buffs because in my family my two elder sisters they were from the arts background. They had English as a major subject, so I never had a chance to interact about anything related to the science in my family. So then I used to talk with them a lot. What do you do in your experiments in university, like that? So that was little kind of ignition happened in me. So then one day, what was happening? I was watching the DD National News Channel, and where I saw Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, who was our former president of India and a great scientist. I really have a lot of regard for him. So he was talking to the school kids, and he gave very motivating speech to the kids. So that's what the ignition point. That's where I have decided, okay, I will study science. I'll take science as a major subject. So then after that, during my PhD, there was why I choose the field of chemistry. So for that, um, our lab was like my boss lab had the students from biology, chemistry, and various areas. So I was working on the interdisciplinary aspect of biology and chemistry. Until then, I was only working on the biological aspect, but never had an experiment based on the chemical approach. So that's what the first time my boss asked me to make the gold nanoparticles. So those gold nanoparticles, why I made? Because I had submitted one manuscript and it came in the revision. They asked to do some experiments with that. So that was like quite challenging, because usually what happens if there is any impurities, then these particles get aggregated. It's like a bunch of particles. You never get separate particles. So somehow but by reading all the things in background, that how we should what take precautions we should take care in this, so I got really a perfect monodispersed 20 nanometers particles for my work. And I was like, it's a jackpot to me. My boss was very happy. I remember the day, and that's what the point I decided, okay, I'll take chemistry also in my subject to move ahead with. Um, so I finished my PhD from CSIR in Tech Chandigarh under the guidance of Dr. C. Ramansuri, and he is an amazing person. So whenever we used to talk with him, he's like very motivating person, very motivating. So he you keeps on doing more and more and more. So this is how I really got. To know and learn lot of things during my PhD as a student. And later I moved in my postdoc for EFOM IO campus in Milan, Italy. There I worked on the completely on the biological aspect, because I would like to explore that as well on the cancer research. So, but somehow there was no chemistry or chemical thing in the studies, so it could not click in me. Then I packed my bags and moved to the University of Washington in Material Science and Engineering department in USA. There I worked as a visiting scientist, and that was my area, and I really loved to work over there because I developed lots of materials like iron oxide nanoparticles, and worked on the receptor based targeting. And that was really fabulous work. We worked on the brain glioma. So this causes the brain tumors. So we developed the particles and labeled it with such a receptor that it can bind into the receptors which is present in the brain and can detect the cancer at early stage. So this that kind of a work I carried out over there, and then I moved back to India and joined here as a. So during this journey, there are many people, I would not say just one. So first and foremost is my family. Basically my mother is the real supporter for me, because when I was in Aligarh, I will go back a little bit because I was doing my bachelor's from Aligarh Muslim University. Then I decided, I used to read a lot of newspapers because that was the only source to get the information what is going on in the science, or to watch the various news channels. That's what I used to do in my bachelor days. So there I used to see that, okay, biotechnology, microbiology, and biochemistry, these are the emerging areas these days. So then I decided to pursue my master's in the interdisciplinary subjects and moved to Jivaju University, Gwalior, to pursue my master's. And then there I really get to know the very new subjects, which was not just the basics, like we have to study only the zoology, botany, or chemistry, but the various like cell biology. We used to do a lot of in vitro cell culture work. So those things were the new for me. Pay my gratitude to my mother, because of her I am here. And then my father, he also supported me, and then my husband. So he is a scientist, and so we used to discuss a lot together about our daily research. Okay, this we are doing, you are doing that. So his area and my area is little different, but yeah, we understand because it's all about the science. So he does neuroscience, and I am more into the analytical chemistry, more on the nanoscience or nanotechnology aspect. So I really pay my gratitude and thank to my family and my husband. These are the people and pillar of my strength, and I would not be where I am today without them. So, and mm, yes, so the challenges are there in the personal and professional life of everyone. This I would say, and especially as a woman, there are more challenges. So I also faced, and I think every one of us faced that. But as one of the thing which I would like to say, that my husband works in Kolkata in one of the CSIR lab, and I work in Hyderabad. So it's quite a long time now we are working, and I'm taking care of my son also here in Hyderabad. So I face lots of challenges in everyday's life, and many things, but I don't really stick to those problems, because I feel like if we see the problems, then we will be surrounded more by problems, so we should not see that as a problem, rather than we should see it as a challenge. Not these challenges are there in everybody's life. So you should see that as a stepping stones, and be positive, because this is there with everyone, and there are many couples who are managing like this, so it's okay. So these, if you will see them as a roadblocks, or then you cannot really go ahead. So you should see them as an opportunities. Um, so then if you will see that as an opportunity, then there is no roadblocks. You will see always opportunities around you, and you will really move ahead in your life, in your personal life, as well as in your professional life. So that's how I feel every day, because it's okay, but we should focus more on the good things rather than the problems in our life. Our lab works on the interdisciplinary aspects. So I have a students in the lab who are from the biotechnology background, and some are pure chemist, and few students are the molecular biologist, like that. So we have the interdisciplinary group, so that we can face or solve the problem then and there, right? So we develop the nanomaterials. So one group is basically focused on the development of nanomaterials, and then we focus on the disease biomarkers, and then the environmental pollutants like toxins or the pesticides, which is causing the harmful effect in the environment. Not only the environment is polluting, but also the health of the humans are getting affected by various so in this aspect, in our lab, recently we have made a on-the-go kind of a device for the Japanese encephalitis virus detection. So this is very very cheap and affordable device which can be used in the rural areas. So you can have the device in your hand and use it at home. So it's kind of a that. So we are not just mixing the chemicals in the lab, but also making the impact in the society. And this is how the students, including me, are always excited and motivated. Yeah. So that is the thing. The chemistry is very fascinating, and this is how we are making a difference. So the next thing is how we promote. So right now there is the inequality. So you see that there are wherever there is inequality, I see that. So how we can really do something about that? So for that, in our institute, we have the DBT bridge program. So where we used to go to the school kids and also to the rural areas, and the people so the people who are in the like labors and all this. So we used to go there creating awareness, because those are the people who are not sending their kids to the school, especially the girls. So we used to go in the group to those areas and creating awareness what is the importance of education. Not only the education, but also the cleanliness. And so what impact it can cause on their lifestyle, and also what impact it can cause if they will send their kids to the schools. So we have seen really a remarkable difference now. So they are really aware of this fact, and they are sending not only the boys kids from their family, but as well the girl child also to the schools. So I'm really very happy. And not only the our institute is taking this initiative, but also I am a member in various science academies of India, such as INEAS, which is a body of insight. Through those academies, by giving lectures online, offline, and and this is how we are volunteering our time to teach in some of the underprivileged school and girl child, and encourage them and participate in the diversity and inclusion initiatives, and so that we can promote a culture of equality and fairness. So this is how because these days uh, plastic pollution, air pollution, noise pollution, land pollution, everything, I mean it's really getting too much. So what I do as a person on a daily basis, I always follow the concept of 3 R's, which is reduce, recycle, and reuse. So I always avoid the use of plastic as much as I can. So, I mean, this is, I would like to say that whenever so this is the thing. I think if everybody of us can do that, we can make a big difference and can save a huge electricity, and also can reduce the pollution also by using less plastic based materials or non biodegradable materials. And also yes, I also keep on watch how much water we are using. So it's a small thing, but if we can really make a count on that, we can really save a lot of water also. That is a really big issue these days, and it will be in the future. So what I do, suppose for example, RO. Everybody has RO, and the pipe of this RO waste water is going directly into the sink. So and just storing that water, then watering the plants and or any household work, we are using that water. So this is how I always try to save the water. So these are the things which I use on a daily basis every day. So that this is the thing. And yes, so the last thing which I would like to say that what should be the mantra to live the life. So we should always believe in us. So believe in yourself. Okay, if you will believe and really pamper yourself, every day you should pamper yourself. You should be thankful what you have. Do not focus on what you do not have. So this way you will always feel happy and pay your gratitude to the God or the universe, whosoever you believe. And then you will really see a major difference in your life. So believe in yourself and love yourself. Thank you. Yes. Yes. Yeah. So as I said, so in my family, as I told you, I was the first one, and even my father or mother, they didn't know that what I will become one day. So they are really very happy and proud. Um, but uh, but I was really influenced with my neighbors' kids. So I every day saw them that they are. So they used to do one day. I remember they were doing some experiment. So there was a rainy season, and we had a lawn outside our home, and in that those small frogs used to come out. So I remember. So they caught that frog and dissected it there in home only. They had all the tray, dissection box and everything. So I saw that, and it was really so nice. And then okay, we can see inside also. So I was very in maybe fifth or sixth grade that time. So that's how I was connected with them more than my sisters actually. So I used to talk with them every day. I used to go on the roof of my home, and there was the boundary in between. They used to come there, and I used to go there. And every day I used to ask them, what you did today, what flower dissection, this dissection, then the chemistry may. There was one experiment, which we used to see the this sulfur ring. So they were telling me that also. Okay, I will also do that. So that's how I have decided, and I discussed with my father that in I ninth class I would like to take science as a subject. I don't want to take arts. Then he was a little bit skeptical, because he said, then how you will study, who will teach you, your sisters are not a science person, and I don't have time to teach you. So then I said, no, no, don't worry, I will do myself. And honestly, I until 10th grade I did my studies myself. Then after that, from 11th, I have taken the tuitions for chemistry, physics, and yeah, chemistry and physics. Yes. So this is how it went. So I secured good marks, and my father was very happy with that, and he got a confidence that yes, I can go ahead with this. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I had one brother also who is younger than me. So, but I was the person who took science first, then my brother also. So, yeah. So my sisters, actually, my father, he was in a GlaxoSmithKline, and I was very much influenced with my father. He's a very particular person, that you have to wake up at this time, you have to study at that time, you have to do exercise that time, and then you have to sleep at that time. So we had a defined time for every activity in our house. And watch news channels were very much uh, compulsory for us to watch to get the information about what is happening, and then reading the newspaper early in the morning was compulsory for all of us. So that really helped. I really appreciate, but that time, as a kid, we didn't like that, because we would like to see the cartoons and all, but that was mandatory things. So then punctuality, I really learned a lot. This is what is in me from my father. He's till now at this age also, he's very punctual. He wake up on time and he go for exercise early in the morning. Now also he's very fit. So these are the things which I have inculcated in me, and it's not going out from me ever. Yeah. So do hard work, do your best, do your best, whatever it is. Don't think that you cannot achieve that. Try your best, never think that you cannot achieve that. So you should always see, I will do this, I will achieve this. Whatever the results are, you do your best 100% and do hard work also for that. Because if you will just say, keep on saying, oh, I will achieve this, and you will not do anything for that to achieve, then you cannot achieve that. Then you cannot blame anybody. Because we have not done hard work for this. So this is what I have learned, that punctuality and hard work, sincerity is very much important to have success in your life from my father. Yeah. Yeah, my mom is a housewife, and she's a very calm, gentle lady, and she never used to scold us whatever we do. But from the childhood, like by seeing my father like this, I was a kind of a person from my childhood that I used to study a lot. My mother always used to say that now stop, don't study now anymore, like this. That was the status of mine until now. So uh, I never get any kind of scoldings from my parents for the studies. They always appreciated and satisfied with that. But from my mother, I learned that whatever the stage, and you should never get angry. You should have control on your mind always. Because if you lose your control, then things can go bad, you know which can be better, will not be better if you lose control out of your mind. So she always taught us a lesson that never get angry on anything. You just first do not react at all. You just see and listen to the person, and then come back and think about this. And then later, if required, you can reply humbly, but never react at that time. So this is what is a very good quality of my mother. I appreciate it, because if if we really follow that, then we are really in a good shape. Yeah. So I remember after my masters, I was really struggling to get admission in the PhD. So that was really a very challenging time for me, because I was a kind of losing my hopes, but I was not giving up. I was thinking today or another day I will get it. So my father really supported me for this, and he was always stood by me. And he said, "Don't worry, you will do that. You will qualify this, and do hard work." And he used to send me some quotes from by post, usually by postcards. Then I used to paste those postcards in front of my bed on the wall. And whenever I was preparing for the entrance exam, I was reading those posts, and that was really a big relief and to me. And yes, I qualified that after this, and it was really supportive, and I really thank my parents for this support. And yes, after returning back to India, uh, there was professor, there were professor in ISC, Professor Arindam Ghosh. I really pay my gratitude to him. And he was the first person. After coming back to India, I met him in a conference in IIT BHU. So I heard his name that he's a big shot and this and that. So I was having a tea that time, and I saw him. He was making his presentation over there. So I took a courage and went there and said, "Sir, can I take a few minutes of yours?" So then he said, "Yes, yes, sure." Then I introduced myself and said that I would like to work with you. And then it was really a miracle to me, because he said, "Okay, yes, it will be nice." Yeah. And that day from 2015 till now, I'm working with him, and we have really published a couple of papers. And every year I'm going there, and he really supported me a lot in many things. So I'm really thankful to him. First was that to do masters in Gwalior. That was the first thing which was very difficult for me, because no, just a minute. Because before that nobody from my family went out from the home. So that was the first thing. And after that, the second thing, so then I secured very good marks in my masters. So around 79% I got. So my father was very happy. After that, the second one, during my PhD, when I got admission in MTech, after that my boss asked me to go to NTU Singapore. Okay. I was not having a passport that time. So then again, there was a major challenge for me, because that was outside India. So my father was again, "No, no, no, we will not send you abroad. No, this cannot be possible." So then I really had a tough time to convince him that I'm just going for 3 months, I will come back. Then somehow he got agreed, and I went to NTU Singapore, and that was a real milestone for me, because I had exposure to the environment, the kind of a research which was being carried out in NTU Singapore. And I learned a lot new things there about the chemistry or the nanomaterials, we can use those nanomaterials in the sensing approaches. So this is what I learned in NTU. And really I had made good friends over there, which are now also my colleagues. Later, now my all mentor is my husband. We both mentor each other. Because he's the best person for me, and I think he think like I'm the best person for him to discuss about the various issues and things. So uh, then there is no as such challenge which I faced, because it was a quite a smooth journey. I got postdoc before my defense. I got postdoc after submission of my thesis immediately. So it was quite quick. And then after that, the second also postdoc I got immediately after moving to the US. So but yes, in US I was in a Kanan M Krishnan's lab. So there I was the only person who knew a little biology. So all were like a physics person over there in his lab. So I settled up. So I got to know a lot of things, because there first time I settled his cell culture lab. So this is where I learned how should be the instruments, and how we should make the lab for cell culture, what kind of a biosafety level we have to follow. So those were the things which really gave me a good knowledge, which is paying now to me as a scientist here, because these things we also do in the labs. And if you have a prior knowledge to that, that really is very helpful to the institute also. So then one more thing I would like to say, that when I came back to India, I have joined MET University in Noida before coming to NIAB Hyderabad. So there I was quite new to the system, and there we had to do teaching, we have to do research, we have to do administrative duties also. So life was very very packed there in the office and even after office also. So there, I got two awards after submission, in one from the DBT, which is the DBT Biocare Women Scientist Award, and one from SERB Early Career Research Award. And that year only, I got one big publication in nano letters. So that was like a milestone to me, because I never imagined that I will get these two together, because those were the two I applied and I got that. So it was really a very happy moment for me. Then this year, here I also got this Sir Woman Excellence Award in 2021. So that was another milestone, in my opinion, because it's very very competitive, and for that there are various eligibilities that we have to follow, and there are through two round selections and all this. So and it is for four women scientists they give every year. So that I think really added to my yes, professional journey. um, in my family I would say never, because my father always said, you can study as much as you want, I will always support you. But I know there was one of the neighbor in our colony in Aligarh. They have also three daughters and one son. So they got married so early. I mean, in batch BA first year, she got married in BA first year, because they have this kind of thinking that, oh, she is a girl, what she will do. They have to just marry and just get rid of the burden, that because we have to do marriage of three girls, it's a big burden. So those were the ones I have seen, and I didn't really like that, uh, because it's everybody's right to get the education, right? It's not just the soup for boys. So education is important for everyone. It should not be gender biased. Second thing, I always mention that now at this point, in lots of committees, if you see anywhere, there is the more number of male people in than in the females. So I don't understand why. And even now, also, just now, the results of that, you know, this award has come out, uh, which I don't remember just now. Bhatnagar's awards results were announced, and there was not a single woman was there. So this is the case. I mean, is it really that none of the women scientists are qualify or eligible? They found in the committee for the Bhatnagar Award, and so this is the kind of, even this year also, if you see JC Bose Fellowship result has come out, only one woman scientist was there. So I do not understand that why so. So the number should be more in the selection committees also, and when the applicant also. So if we apply, they should really select either equal number of scientists, right? If not equal, then at least it should not be like 1:10, right? So then in Bhatnagar also, and the selection committee should also have more women scientists in the panel, because right now, whenever we are going to give the presentation in any committee, one woman scientist versus all the male scientists are there. So I do not understand when this gap will fill. We are doing so many things on Women's Day, but that on that day only. After that, what is happening? Nothing is happening. So yeah. Yeah, I have. I until now I have not faced any such issues. So wherever is required, I always get the privilege to work. Even here in our institute, I am there in several committees, and mm, maybe my age is less, so I am not in the big committees. I don't know. They prefer more senior scientists over there, so I am hoping that the day will come soon. Yeah. So success means to me that uh, it's not like always that this award or that award, but success in overall personal and professional life is that how much you are satisfied with yourself, right? So you should always, so for that I always believe how happy I am what I have done until now. That means success for me. So whatever I am doing, and whether I am happy with that or not, I'm satisfied with that or not, that is success for me. Because I have seen the people who have so many things, so many awards, so many things in their CV, lot of papers, that much citations, but they are still not happy. They need more and more. So we should not have this kind of behavior. uh, we should be satisfied with what we have, right? You can set your targets or goals, that is important, and try to achieve those targets or goals. And if you achieve those targets or goals, it's fine, that is success for you. And if you do not achieve or not able to achieve, then you should try to achieve that. And one day you will achieve that. There is no roadblocks for anything. We have to try. So that is success. Okay. So the lessons from my journey, which I learned from the childhood till now, is that you should have the perseverance for anything. So suppose if you would like to achieve something, or if there is any target in your life, then don't just run behind it. You should set a goal and with the timeline, okay, and then try to achieve that. And if you are not able to achieve in that timeline, don't get disappointed, okay, and then just try, keep on trying for that. One day you will achieve this. So this is the kind of a approach you should go. It is applicable in the personal life also, as well as in the professional life also. Then you will be always happy person. Because at the end, I would like to say, it's not always about the professional life. You should take care of your health first, that is the must. Because that's where you can take care of your family and also your professional life. So taking care of health, and then your family, and then your professional life. So this should be the sequence. So I would like to say to the young girls that have your dreams, okay, and keep your dreams big always, and try to fulfill your dreams. There will be obstacles in your journey, but never ever get disappointed or leave your dreams in between. Because I know there is a lot of pressure on the girls at certain age. The family says you have to get married, you can't do your studies anymore. I also face this in my lab, because I prefer more girls in my lab. So I promote a lot girls a lot in my lab, and I face this issue a lot, that family is pressurizing. You are 27 years, you are 28 years, come back home, and we are seeing the groom for you, you have to get married. So I always try to convince them, not their family, just my students, that try to face these challenges. This is there in everybody's life. This is the age where the family will pressurize you. And this is the only time. that you have to believe in yourself, and this is the time you have to focus that you have this dream and you have to achieve this. Marriage can happen anytime, but once, if you will get married, there are many things which needs to be done before marriage, which cannot be done or cannot be done very perfectly after marriage, which I would say. Because I have seen, there was one PhD student who has joined my lab. She was married, and I took her in my lab, and then later I come to know that she's married. But then I thought, okay, fine, I will. But as I say, there are few things which needs to be done before marriage, so it should be done before that, because there are lots of challenges. Then she left the lab, stating that her grand this in-laws are pressurizing her to come back to Labad and do PhD from Allahabad only. So then I tried to convince her, but then there was a lot of family pressure, and then her husband was posing pressure on her. Then she left the lab. So these are the things which I say, you do your PhD before marriage, you know. And I also say that to the students that you finish your experiments before fixing your marriage. You can write your thesis from home or whatever, but finish your experiments at least before fixing marriage with anyone. So this is my, so that they can achieve their dream, they can become doctor, what they want, otherwise they have to leave these things, they cannot fulfill their dreams. Yeah, so one thing which I would like to do, which I have not done until now, is playing a guitar only. Yeah, because my sister's son, he plays very good guitar, and I'm very much impressed with him. And that is my desire that one day I will also learn how to play guitar. So I'm waiting for the time when my son will little bit grown up, then I will learn together with him. I have planned this. Yeah, so how I work in everyday lifestyle is that when I wake up, I really thank God for everything. So this is my everyday habit. My parents used to do that, and I learned from them that whenever you wake up, just join your hands and pay your gratitude to the God, and whosoever you believe, just think about their picture after closing your eyes. So I do that every morning, and then I jot down the points what I have to do this day, every day in my office. Or then after that I start my day, like the routine work, dropping son and then getting ready, coming to office, and then managing with the students and projects writing or meetings and everything. And then I finish my daily routine, go back home, and then give time to my son, see his homework, and make him ready with the homework and everything, these things. And then at the end, yes, the important thing is that when I go to bed, and then again I thank God every day that today was my wonderful day, and thank you for everything, whatever you have given to me. And this thing I am teaching to my son also. So eventually he will, because it really give a lot of calmness to our mind, and if you sleep happy, you wake up happy also. Yeah. Yeah, so for myself, I wake up little early than my son. So I used to do little meditation every day, and that really helps me a lot, because it really calm your mind and increase the focus, which with which I can really do my everyday duties very peacefully with no hurdles. So this meditation I used to do for around 15 minutes, not much, because not much time is there. Then I do some little yoga exercises for 15 minutes or so. That's all. And then in the evening time, when my son used to go to play in the park, I also go for a round in my society, and then I meet with my friends, society friends, and then I chit chat with them, and I just make my mind fresh and happy. Yeah, that's what I do for myself. No, I don't have any song. I'm sorry, but I What I do usually when usually this never happens, I because I never focus on these things. But sometimes if that happens and I'm very angry, but I don't really speak a lot, I keep myself cool because that's how my mother told me, and that really helps. And then when I go back to my home, I just see my son and hug him a lot tightly. So that really that's how all the worries from my mind just let go. This is how I do. And he kissed me a lot on my cheeks. I said, just keep on kissing on my cheeks. So that's really rejuvenate me and I forget everything. He's so cute. Even, not only me, my mother and my sister, they used to call my son when I'm in office, and he's back from his school. They call him purposefully because it really freshen up their mind when they talk with him. So that's how he is very cute, actually. So the one word is that believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Mm, I would say gratitude. It's very important every day in everyday's life. No, I think I have spoken everything except my son. I think I didn't elaborated him here. So he's 10 years now, and when I came to Hyderabad, he was just 4 years. So he was very small, and I came along with him. And during initial days, it was very difficult for me because I had no one to support. We were two in the house. So I was putting him in the daycare during that time. After school, he was going to daycare, and evening, I was picking him and doing all the things. Then later on, eventually, but yes, I am also thankful to one of the person in my house, which is my maid. And she's real supporter, I mean, I would say, because without her I will not be so relaxed, because she's there at my home 24/7. And she's very nice, and she takes care of all of us, me and my son, very well. So my son is also very much connected with her, and I can work in the office peacefully because there is someone to take care of my son at home. And it's very difficult to get maids, good maids also these time. So yeah, she is also one of the person I am thankful for.